And we're recording.
Yay.
We haven't had enough to drink yet for this.
No.
I haven't
I
had
feel like,
anything to drink.
A shoey? You want to do a shoey? I watched the Austin Talent Show, and this guy did milk shoeys. He did 4 of them for his talent.
What does that mean?
It means you take a shoe, and you fill it with alcohol, and then you drink out of the shoe. And this guy did it with milk. Yeah. He drank a lot of milk. His name was The Real Scumbag. Yeah.
Fair.
It's like his Twitch name. And he showed up with like a Naruto headband. And he's just like saying all this crazy shit. I'll have to show you. It was funny. Huh. Anyways, you want to do shoeys?
No, I was going to say...
You want a shotgun one?
I was thinking about it, but they're cold.
That's fine.
Like cold.
I'll shotgun this Coke.
My roommate
That's
started...
not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll get burpy, and also my teeth are sensitive, and it's a cold Coke.
My roommate started dating this one girl, and they shotgun all the time. So
yeah,
I'll shotgun every now and then with them, and it's not...
That used to be a requirement to come into my apartment.
I'm so glad I didn't know you back then.
You did. You came to my apartment. You did not partake.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the apartment. I remember that was the first time I met you. We played Smash, and I beat you.
Yeah, obviously.
And everybody said, wow, you didn't have to do that to her. And I was like, I'm going to do this to everybody.
Now, to be fair, you didn't just beat me. You 3-stocked me when I was still learning the controls. So, like...
I don't remember that. I'm pretty sure that's not how the story went. Everybody knows how to play Smash.
Yeah, no, I know. But, like, it makes me feel better if I tell it that way.
You played as
anyway,
Yoshi.
I do. Yeah, I don't remember
everybody I killed.
I just remember going, well, that was fun. And then I was just sitting there the rest of the tournament.
Everybody was really mad at me. I remember that.
People call that Kung Fu Panda the game rage.
Kung Fu Panda. I get all my Smash skills from Kung Fu Panda, the video game.
Smash walked so that Kung Fu Panda could run.
It's going to esports. I'm starting an org for it. We're going to be called the Baby Pose.
I'll be top 3 ranked.
None of the Kung Fu Panda pros are canceled.
Because we're going to be the only 3.
We could do this, guys.
I can sign you guys to my team if you'd like.
None of the Kung Fu Panda pros are canceled right now, so it's a safe league.
Wait. What qualifies a pro? Do you have to make money doing it?
The people in this room.
Wait, actually, you should make money doing it.
I'll give you each $5 if you give me $10.
Okay,
you can each give me $5.
Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll be professionals.
We've made money doing
Well, I think
it?
once this episode airs, we made money for doing it, right?
We all sponsored each
we
other.
Are
We're talking about it right now.
We're professionals.
Is this really like just the podcast right now?
Yeah, no, we're recording right now. Speaking of, how's your mic doing? Okay,
you tell me.
Aggressively medium.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect,
isn't
right?
That the range we want?
I guess.
An aggressive medium. Like when somebody gets mad, but they just like don't say anything. They're like,
I think that's me.
Arthur Fist.
Yeah, this is an audio medium. We all just did the fist.
Yes, explain.
I'm trying to find a way to hold this that's good.
I found out that the Arthur Fist, like, that episode is about Arthur learning not to hit people. That hitting people is bad. So he just does the fist, and he just...
I mean...
Like, is that the way they were teaching children? Like,
just
do
bottle
this.
Up that rage.
Bottle it up.
Bottle up that rage.
Don't hit people.
Until one day you snap, and you just start...
Save that for your kids.
Whoa!
Oh, yikes.
Better than the joke I was going to make.
Yeah, probably.
And now one Kung Fu Panda Pro is canceled.
It's already happened, you see?
Wow.
It's just esports. It's what happens with it.
Fighting game pros. You just can't trust them.
You can trust that guy from GSTV who plays Injustice, probably. He seemed nice.
Which one?
The one with the dreads?
You probably can't trust any of those guys either.
I'm gonna... Now that I'm not there anymore, I can confidently say,
Everybody in the fighting game community you probably cannot trust for some reason.
When you walk into a career that profitable and that young, what do you expect?
Better.
Not that.
Fair. That's a good point. Man, I wish I could just make money playing a game.
I've made
A lot of people do.
$140
Speaking
playing
of
video
our
games.
Patreon,
Hell yeah.
if you'd like to go to that and subscribe,
Donate
there are 2
on my
episodes on
stream.
there.
Hey, we didn't even introduce ourselves because it's been so long, so everybody probably forgot who we are.
This is a segment of the show called The Cold Open. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept.
It's over. Just let it be done. Not just the cold open, but this joke.
Ethan, that goes out to you. We miss you.
We say this every fucking podcast.
Just every now
Like,
and
we
then.
haven't seen him in between these.
Well, like
I don't think I've seen him
I've
in
seen
like...
him multiple times in between probably the last time we've done this.
I
think-
I haven't seen him since we ran into him at that bar like
Yeah.
over a year ago.
Yeah. I've seen him there. I saw him...
Oh wait, no, I did.
Maybe- I've seen him
I
after
ran
that.
into him in March.
So,
at
that
a
was the
different
last
bar.
time people existed.
Actually, yeah, it was.
there.
It was the night before your engagement party. So, yeah, like that was the last
that was
weekend
the
bars
end
were
of
open.
existence.
Yeah.
Well, bars are open.
Well,
It's not the same.
It's not.
it's not the same, and I don't want to go.
And they
to
shouldn't
them.
be open.
Yeah.
There's that. I agree.
I did go.
Not to voice my political opinion, but America handles this really, really terribly.
No, yeah, it's
pretty
bad.
consistently.
Yes.
I went.
Yeah.
I
The
went.
rest of the world is laughing at us, and we're just letting them.
Hopefully that will change
It won't.
soon.
Greg Abbott
Maybe.
said he's not going to let a shutdown happen.
Maybe January.
I don't
The
know.
first-
I don't know
the
how
first
much you
round-
can just say like you're not going to let something happen before you have to, though.
Right. Here's the thing: we're worse than we were the first shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think he's going to leave it up to the counties, but a lot of them aren't going to do it. It's whatever. It's fine. Anyway, the first round of vaccines is going out next week,
Yes.
Yes.
which is actually super exciting.
Yeah.
It won't get to the general public till probably like summer.
Or
It's
if
like
you're
a-
in the UK, next week.
Well, because they're giving it to healthcare workers and the elderly.
I know
first.
one of my friends is getting one because of her job,
Nice.
and she was like, "It has like a 90% success rate." I was like, "That's
90
cool,
to 95.
But
which
what if
is,
you don't get that percent? I'm just always thinking of the worst.
Herd immunity.
Here's the thing about that, huh? Which country tried it?
Was
like-
Greenland?
Something
Finland?
like this. Yeah, or like
Some
Norway.
land.
One of those.
Iceland.
No.
Ah,
I don't.
Iceland.
It was not Iceland. Iceland's actually pretty good. Well, it might have been Iceland. I don't know. I don't want to just confidently say it. Anyway, there was one of those countries that they were like, herd immunity will work, and then a ton of people died, and only like 10% of the population after 6 months was immune to it because they had already had it.
You gotta start somewhere.
So, yeah, but like,
That's a bad take. I'm just going to go out and say
That's-
it.
We need population control. That might
now-
also be a bad take, but
man, 2 out
I'm
of 3.
dying on this hill.
2 out of 3 Kung Fu Panda pros have been canceled now.
The league
Oh,
is
yours
dying.
is coming soon. Don't worry.
Oh, man.
Everybody's gonna see video footage of you spilling Diet Coke all over yourself, and they're gonna be like,
you
"Yeah,
guys
we
didn't
don't."
even see it, and you were right here.
It's on
Anyway.
camera. I don't need to remind you.
Oh, you did. You did because I forgot.
I forgot to.
Anyway, we should introduce ourselves maybe.
You don't know about the cold open?
I'm Master Oogway.
No.
Yes.
I'm
That's
No,
Monkey.
you're supposed to say your name, and then you're supposed to say who you main.
Tai Lung.
You're supposed to say
Is
your
that who I
name.
main? Who did I main?
I don't know. I don't know who I main
The
at this
cheetah.
point.
I think I main the cheetah.
I don't think there
Suwo?
was a
Suwu.
Suwu. Yeah,
I think we all do. She
Yeah.
seems a little broken.
She was the best one by far.
I'm a monkey main.
You're a baby Poe
baby
main.
Poe main till I die.
I'm still Tanner, by the way.
And I'm Bailey.
And I'm Emily.
And this is...
And we didn't start drinking early enough for this show.
Welcome to the Channel 3 podcast. Today we are going to talk about PlayStation 5. Big stuff.
And
More importantly,
Kung Fu Panda. Okay.
the best PlayStation 5 title.
it's not on PS5.
It is.
We were playing
we
it
just
on.
played it on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, we played the PS4 version. It didn't have a PS5 upgrade.
It's
Well,
still
guess
on
what?
PlayStation 5.
Doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what, it plays a lot smoother on the PlayStation 5. I'll tell you from years of experience.
We got a solid 21 frames per second out of that.
But I got to test out a couple games. Tanner owns it. Emily owns it.
I do.
Kind of.
No, I do. I do own it.
But yeah.
Yeah,
It just
but it's not
sometimes-
You own a
working.
potato shaped like a
No,
PlayStation 5.
no. Okay.
You bought
I'll
one
go-
from one of the
I'll go ahead
scalpers?
and start. I got mine.
You
day
ended up with that
one.
guy's actual
Air purifier. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Man, I should have, because I picked up mine and Tanner's from the stop. I should have just
And it
given
was a
you...
50-50 shot on which one was going to be that one.
Yeah, mine is tied to my account because I got a warranty, so I was like, I got to be careful on which one that I give you and which one I, took home. I chose
It has a
wrong.
manufacturer warranty, right?
Yeah, but, I don't want to have to send it off. Look, I was the assistant manager. I've been... What's the word? Inundated.
Upsold? You got upsold.
No, well, okay. I like the guy that was working. I if I like the person working, I'll buy the warranties. If I don't like them, I won't.
Fair.
Like you would always get the
Upsold.
warranties when you would buy from me.
Fair.
You were like, I don't want this, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
But no, it came in handy with my Animal Crossing Switch because Nintendo has a warranty, but you'd have to send it off, and then there was I don't know if you guys noticed, there's a pandemic, so their centers
There's a
shut down.
pandemic?
What is it?
But I got to switch out my Switch
Oh,
at
oh.
the store.
Nice one.
Thank you. Instead of having to send it off and wait 2 months to get it back. Instead, I had to get a light for a while.
They're still
So there's
selling
that.
the Animal Crossing one.
That's how I got my replacement.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because
You know
my
they're
friend
not
James just got
selling
one.
PS5s because they don't have any.
And I'm going to wait 6 months, I think, because I can live with the crap. Basically, when it goes into rest mode, I can't turn it back on.
It's forever asleep.
I have to manually turn it on. My controller won't turn it on. Well, it will, and then it'll immediately turn off. And then I press the power
Mine does
button again,
that
and it beeps.
very occasionally.
And then I press it again, and then it turns on.
So is that the only issue with it?
Oh no, it crashes when she tries to play games.
Oh.
No, sometimes, yeah.
Damn.
Well, okay, since there's been a system update, I think that fixed it.
Okay.
I haven't
seems
tried
odd.
to play. Yeah, well, it was day one. I couldn't play Spider-Man for more than an hour
This is
because it kept freezing and crashing, which was really
Man.
cool. But that's also part of being an early adopter.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
So.
This is all just part of
it's part of the
being-
process.
being the first ones to get it because it happens with every console.
Yeah.
You remember back when stuff came out and it just was that way forever?
I also have
it had to
really
work.
bad luck with consoles.
And then you just blow in the cartridge.
Like, I still have my day one PS2. It's totally fine.
Well, great.
Probably.
Do you guys want to talk about the scalpers right now? Since we're kind of going into that.
Just don't buy from those guys.
Don't buy it. They'll be back in stock in 6 months.
Well, it's kinda-
Scalpers bought 3,500 units from U.S. retailers. Mm-hmm. So that's 3,500 people who didn't get one.
yeah.
And I think they're starting to crack down on it or something.
Best Buy, you have
Or
to
some
do
people
a
have gotten robbed.
two-factor...
Sony doesn't
yeah.
care who gives them money.
Yeah.
Well, no, so at least, I don't know about bots, but everywhere had a 1 per household limit, but then the bots got around that. But now Best Buy has a 2-factor authorization every single time that you try
Yeah,
to check
that's
out.
good.
So the bots can't.
That seems like something they should have done from the beginning.
Yeah.
If they're trying to enforce that. Like,
Yeah.
But it slows down the process, and it's more likely to crash, which I think is why they didn't go that route. But if you're a scalper, I'll say it. You suck.
Yeah.
I don't support that.
So my solution for this, probably not a great one, but
boy.
would have worked.
Cut off their hands.
Cut off their hands.
One finger for each PlayStation.
Before the system sells, lock it to a PSN ID.
Well, that's what Sony did
Yeah?
for their pre-orders.
Yeah, that's what I figured they were doing for their website. Just
Which
do
is
that
actually,
for other websites.
so I got my pre-order in at GameStop, and then I also got the invite to do it through Sony, and now I'm like, man, I goofed it. Because I have a broken PlayStation. It's fine. It's also, I've read a thing that was like, there's 2 different versions on accident. One is louder than the other, and I'm pretty sure I got the loud one. So,
Yeah,
like I
haven't
said,
heard
I'm just
mine yet.
yeah, I hear mine a lot.
Like in your nightmares?
Well, yeah, it's in my bedroom, but I think I'm just gonna wait 6 months for like the PlayStation 5.5 instead of like the Pro or
revision?
the Slim. Yeah. So not even like the Slim, just the newer models. And then just deal with it in the meantime.
Yeah.
But I've always had really bad luck with consoles. My day one Switch, the right Joy-Con didn't work.
Well, that's just
Everyone's day
I
one
know.
Switch.
No,
Yeah.
I know. And then my Animal Crossing Switch stopped charging.
That's one.
Also, we
immediately.
learned-
That's 1 for Emily's mom, and 2.
I don't know that she listens to this one.
Oh. That's probably for the best.
yeah, that is probably for the best.
Yeah.
I know that we learned how to fix the Joy-Cons whenever we were working at
You just
that one
blow
place.
some air into them.
Well, you got to get in there
well,
and
mine
get the dirt
wouldn't
out.
turn on. Like, it wasn't even stick drift. It just wouldn't turn on.
Well, it could
Or
be like
connect to my Switch,
a soldering issue,
which was
maybe.
Well, I don't know. I
Well,
ended
why
up
don't you
being
bring
able
it
to
in?
switch
We'll
it out.
give you a free diagnostic.
not us, not anymore.
Dude, I got rid of that forever ago. I switched out the Joy-Cons too, but like I've got my Animal Crossing Switch.
I was
It
about to say, you got
works.
the better one, so.
Yeah, I have the V2. It actually
Hey.
charges now.
Same.
Mine's cuter though. That's objectively true.
I just have I just have the normal one, but I don't have any issues with it.
No, yours stays on the dock, and you only use an GameCube controller.
That's true.
So
And a Pro controller, but
Pro controller better
Pro
than
controller
GameCube
for other
controller.
games.
That's all I'm saying.
What'd you say?
Pro controller better than GameCube controller.
I don't think so, but
I think it
100%.
depends.
everybody has the
On
right
what? If you
to
like
be wrong.
buttons pushing when you push them?
Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily true, but
I like my wireless GameCube controller that I have for my Switch.
see, I don't like them that much. I don't know why. I think they feel weird, but
It's probably because it's got 2 bumpers. And
it does have 2 bumpers, and
Yeah.
that does kind of bother me a bit. They're
And also, yeah, it's not adaptive triggers.
The
which
triggers
is
feel weird.
Kind of. Well, that's like one of the things I don't like about the Switch. I know this console came out almost 4 years ago now.
Did it?
yeah, we're looking at maybe a new one from them soon
I
too.
don't like that.
Yeah, but that rumor's been around for at least 2 years.
That rumor's been out since the first one came out.
Yeah.
Not since the first one
Yeah,
came out, but
Pretty soon after, yeah.
Pretty soon after.
Within a year, I'd say.
But yeah, I mean, getting
Yep.
closer to it. So hopefully,
I mean, it has to happen eventually. I'm ready for the Switch U.
I don't want that. I don't know what they're gonna do. Do you think they're gonna do?
It's gonna have a separate Switch part.
So I think they'll keep up with the same like at home and also handheld console thing so they don't have to make like a DS too, since they're so big on handheld games.
Yeah.
I think they'll stick to that.
Yeah, I assume it'll be an iteration where the games will be backwards compatible, and
I just hope in the next one, if they do a different Smash game and they make a Smash edition, it doesn't
let
look like
that man
shit.
retire.
Let him go.
I will let him. I'm perfectly fine with that. That does not mean they're going to stop making Smash, because they will never stop
He
at
is
this point.
so done with that game.
I don't think so. He's got a little
got
spark
a
in
light
his
in his
eye
eye,
still.
yeah.
He said 2 games ago he was done with it.
But it just calls him back.
3?
3 games ago, he said he was done with it.
Was it?
At Melee, he said he was done.
Well, here we are. Huh?
Yeah.
Now Steve is in it.
Hey,
Hey, he likes Minecraft. He looked like he didn't want to do it when I watched like the direct for it or the Sakurai Presents thing, and I felt kind of sad. And then he was like talking about how much he likes Minecraft, and I was like, "Who has a gun to your head right now?" Which I think Minecraft's a great game.
He could just also
but
be sad because they're like Japan got hit bad by the pandemic.
Oh yeah, he's talked about it, but I mean, he's like these directs or the Sakurai Presents he's doing are like in the comfort of his own home and stuff, and like
I've seen the memes about his couch,
so
and
nice.
He's so cute.
Have you seen his collection of like consoles?
I think
he has like everything.
That's me.
He had like everything and 2 big ass TVs.
Sick.
Yeah, Sakurai is my hero, Master Hero Soccer guy.
I was gonna say that.
I got you.
Thank you.
Anyways,
so
we're trying to talk about PlayStation, not Nintendo right now.
Yeah, so PlayStation, it's like
us.
a Nintendo.
We're always going to end up
but,
back at Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about the scalpers. How do you do a review of a console? We haven't been recording that long.
We can talk about the design, the controller.
Pretty good.
I like the the haptic feedback with the controller is really nice.
It's good.
It is
Have
cool.
you played Bugsnax yet?
No, I'm a human.
I only like
It's
Bugsnax because
so fun, actually.
KKB does the theme song for it.
I'm not playing Bugsnax.
I think you'd actually like it.
I doubt that.
I don't know why this is a game you're saying you would not play. Of all the games you play,
It's weird.
If I wanted to play
and
Roly Poly Oly the
No,
game...
No. I'm telling you.
it's not that.
I'm telling you,
Also,
you
don't
would
shit
like
on
it.
Roly Poly Oly, okay?
I'm telling you, you gotta try it. It's like surprisingly deep.
So little free time.
No. I don't want to.
I believe it.
I don't want to like say more than that,
No
but
spoilers.
it's really deep and really good.
I want to check it out. I
Y'all-
see there are people speed running it now.
I
That
am
irks
replaying it already. Like it's
They're like, I think one guy got it done in like 30 minutes or something.
that's insane.
Right?
Because I did a stream of it, and I got like 5.5 hours in, and I was like, well, I still got, well, I mean, maybe the main story, because I was doing a bunch of the side stuff too. No,
Yeah,
half an
speedrunners
hour
usually
is-
just do the main story, but
I
still,
thought
it's,
about it. Half an hour is still too little.
I mean, they find ways to do it. It's insane. I like watching
I watched
speedrunners now.
that Breath of the Wild one. That one was good.
Right? I like Mario 64 speedrunners. And now we're talking about Nintendo again. But
What do you think of the UI?
I don't like it.
I like it.
Great.
I'm in the middle.
I like it. I think it looks cleaner.
It's better than the
It's-
PS4 one.
I think my main issue is
But-
I don't like the music, and I
To
don't
be
know how to
fair,
turn it off.
The Wall from A Beautiful Mind was better than the PS4 UI.
Well,
So-
I also had a theme. Like, I had themes on my PS4 that I loved. And
Mine was Far Cry.
Mine was Far Cry for like a year. And then I played Persona, and now it's Makoto from Persona. And I still have my PS4. It's in the living room.
So you can stream.
No, well, so I can stream my PS5
Yeah.
from my computer, yeah. My computer's in my room.
So's your
I stream
PS5.
from my room, yes.
So the PlayStation 4 is in the living
No,
room.
so you can stream your PS5 from your PS4.
Yes.
Okay.
Or just like play PS4 games, because I got a lot of
Who
those.
does that?
a lot of
doesn't make
people
sense.
probably
Well,
because of
here's the thing.
scalpers.
Also,
Fair.
the PS5, the SSD is only 825 gigs. Mm-hmm. And that is full. I
Damn.
filled that, and Cyberpunk comes out next week. Gods and Monsters comes out tomorrow.
I'm skipping
What is that?
I am going for Cyberpunk, though.
I honestly, I'm gonna pick it up. So, well, it's not Gods and Monsters anymore, is it? It's Immortals: Phoenix Rising. It's the,
Is it the Greek one?
It's the same team that made Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which, as we know, I loved.
I never played it, so I
well,
will.
I've told you to play it for
I've learned to
I
keep
told
my
you to
bad
play it,
mouth
and you're
away
like,
from.
well, I don't know, and then you were like, hey.
I've only heard good things about it, granted.
It's
one of my favorite games.
I just have a bad taste in my mouth for Assassin's Creed because of the earlier ones that I played. But
it's a completely different.
Yeah, that's what I hear. It's like a different style.
Different
but I have seen gameplay of Phoenix Rising or whatever it's called.
And Immortals is what I'm going to call it.
It looks really good.
It looks really cute, and it's the Odyssey team, which I'm like. I'm pumped for it, but I read a review that was like, it's fine, and I was like, no, please say it's good. I need it to be good.
I watched this this YouTuber, his name is Loxton. He has like a lot of Pokemon content and stuff, but he did a review on that game.
Oh, and sorry, real quick.
No, you're good.
It was called Gods and Monsters, and then Monster sued the energy drink company.
That's ridiculous.
I thought it was a joke.
What did they
and
do
then I
with
looked it up.
Like, there's tons of stuff that has Monster in it.
Yeah,
but video games and
Inc.
Monster are very like.
Oh, they get them.
Oh, I forgot. They have Monster Supercross 2.
Well, they're probably like trying to get the people that they can like fight with. Monsters Inc. They're like, nah, we're not going to fuck with Disney.
It's fine.
They'll just buy us out and then destroy us, probably. But
man, can you imagine if Disney owned Monster? Can you imagine going to
They
Disney
would just
World?
change it to Monsters Inc. drink. Or Monsters Drink.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
I'm not going to trademark that, so feel free to take that. I don't mind.
Bottoms up and the devil laughs.
Oh my god. But
I love that video.
This guy Loxton, he did a review on it, and he's like, most of his Pokemon videos aren't like on the like gameplay or anything. It's like mostly on the lore and stuff, so he's like really lore heavy. And he was going
Greek mythology has plenty of that.
Exactly, and
Pokemon doesn't have much gameplay. Okay,
well, fuck you.
I'm sorry. I like a game that's changed since 1997.
No, you don't. I'm not going to talk to you about this again. We argue about this all the time.
Ignore the fact that I've played 500 hours of Pro Skater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into this with you. That's not even the only example. But he's like really into Greek mythology and everything too, and he was saying that like lore wise the game is like really fucking good, and he was saying that the gameplay wise was really good as well, and it showed like a lot of the gameplay he was like doing and talking about. It looks good to me, honestly. Like, it looks like something I could get into. It looks very like Breath of the Wild-y.
Yes, and that's what I read in the review. It was just like, and it's a more compact Breath of the Wild, and some just in that, but with Assassin's Creed combat, which I'm down. Like, I love the new Assassin's Creed combat, so I am excited. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'm still going to pay $60 for it. So I guess that doesn't really mean much because Ubisoft's going to get their money if I like it or not.
Yes.
Speaking of,
that is correct.
Watch Dogs Legion coming from me, you can skip it.
Well, I'm just not a huge fan of Watch Dogs in general.
I liked the
it's okay
first
to be
one.
wrong.
Hot take.
I like the first one. I loved the second one. The third one is
fine.
Drones. And you could pay, I think it's worth $30.
Isn't
I paid $130 because I got the super special edition.
Like I was about to say techie Grand Theft Auto game.
The second one's got more of its own character, I think.
That's good.
I've
never played them, so I just like personally doesn't look like my cup of tea, anyways.
I don't think you'd like it, but I don't like the third one, and that's coming from me, which is just sad. I think, I think I'll like it more because Wrench from 2 and Aiden from 1 are going to be added as playable characters.
That means nothing to me.
The main
moody,
characters.
The moody guy from 1, the main character from 1. And then
jacket,
the guy,
dude. Got it.
The guy with the mask,
jacket, dude, with a mask this time.
The guy with the
Joker
mask
from Persona 5.
I'd play that. No, but they're gonna. The guy with the mask is gonna be playable after some DLC. So I might just do a run through where he's my main character because that's really where I think it falls.
You could just also play.
Also, it doesn't
game.
run very well on PS5.
Yeah. See that
so
that
was an
issue with it,
Boom.
like altogether, right? Is that initially the game didn't run very well,
that
as well as it was supposed to.
That was the first one.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I love Ubisoft. when I say this, it's a Ubisoft game. It's not going to run well at first.
Yeah.
Like even
And that's perfectly
We
fine.
still have our video
Valhalla
up
is
of
still a little
Far
rough.
Cry 5 on launch, and that was flawless. I think
Well-
are you there when we're playing that?
I wasn't there when you
I know
were
Norm
playing
was.
it. No. I know it was
wasn't
like US
in yet.
and Norm, I think.
Yeah, it might have been.
But I've seen the videos, and it looked like I've played that game too, and it's
Yeah,
good. I love that
that
game.
I actually that's another one of my favorite games of all time. But I'm really looking forward to 6.
But I mean, like, glitchy game, as long as it plays, glitchy games we've already decided are fine by
Yeah,
putting.
I like glitches.
by
Glitches
putting
are fun.
Yeah, you guys chose Fallen Order for your Game of the Year last year. Not that anyone ever heard that, but
Yeah, that never made it to
that
air.
one didn't. Yeah, that's right. But
yeah.
Which, by the way, I might have to rebuy that on PlayStation now because I played it on Xbox, and I sold my Xbox to buy.
I mean, it's a good
PlayStation.
game. I think it has like
I'd probably
You could
replay it
borrow my
replayability.
copy.
to have.
No. And also, I don't
have
know that I
forever.
have it because I lent it to somebody. I think he gave it back.
It's
Yeah,
just
I'll probably
that.
just
Saying you
buy
can
it.
borrow this game that somebody else is borrowing, it's fine.
I
Probably just buy
haven't
it.
thought about that
Yeah.
game in a long time. But no, some of the upgrades to PS5 just aren't going through in Europe specifically, which is rough.
Man,
Like you can't get the
that's
PS5
the worst
version
thing that's
when it's-
ever happened to Europe.
Yeah, I know. But another thing I'll say about the PS5 that I don't love is, so I've got the PS4 disc of Valhalla because I couldn't pre-order the PS5 disc when I was still working at GameStop. And I just didn't want to... Right, I'm not going to do that because...
Yeah, why are you saying this?
Huh?
You don't even like digital.
Yeah, but then it turns out I also don't like getting up and switching out discs. So
That's true.
if it's a game I know I'm going to keep,
We are a lazy
It's kinda
species. It is
Yeah,
true.
and I like the physical stuff that comes with... Like, I love the steelbooks for Assassin's Creed.
I'm recently getting into like physical, like collecting things.
Marty just sat on
I'm
my foot.
recently digitizing my physical collections.
I'm hopping on the trend that everybody's doing right now. Pokemon cards. Big on it. I did a stream the other night. Average like 10 viewers. It was
Nice.
good, especially for somebody who has not been streaming like at all
Heard.
lately. But yeah, I kind of am getting this, like, I guess I'm getting older and I like, you're supposed to let go of your worldly things, and I'm like, I need more. So I'm like,
you
I
guys
just want
have
things to
seen-
collect.
I have
You
this
guys
really
have seen my pop collection?
I have
Yeah.
this really unnatural relationship with the concept of ownership. So it's like I'm working right now on a Plex server, which is I'm digitizing some movies that I don't feel like getting up and changing out the discs.
And it's great for me when Hot Fuzz isn't streaming and I don't want to go and get the disc from the
Yeah.
living room into my room.
And it would be
So-
great for me if there was more anime, but
There's one.
You got an anime.
there's one that I've seen when I was like 10 and have watched several times since then.
I haven't seen it.
But I have this like
That's not surprising.
Maybe I did. I don't. It doesn't matter. Continue.
I have this weird thing where it's like, yes, this is probably on Hulu, and I could probably watch it there. But what if in 15 years the world has ended and I'm living on a farm generating electricity from a stream?
This is exactly what you say every time.
And I really want to show my kids Batman meets Robin. Like, I'm gonna have a copy of that.
And how many of those kids are going to like actually going to appreciate that though?
Like-
Probably none of them.
also,
doesn't
isn't a
matter.
Plex server? Don't you need like the internet?
But I still have the drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so when I put in my PS4 disc, it downloads the PS4 version every time, which is fine because you can cancel it pretty easily, but sometimes I don't catch it because it actually downloads really fast. The PS5 version is downloaded. I just need the disc
to
play it for the license.
That's annoying.
It's a 48 gig game on PS5. It's a 72 gig game on PS4. And I have both on my PlayStation at any given time, and it's so annoying. I don't know how to turn it off. And then I have to, like, it's a whole process every single time. And it's just one of those, like, it's not deal breaking for me, but it's one of those like, come on, please give me an option to not do that.
Yeah.
Because it automatically especially like since I have to manually turn it on every time because if it goes into sleep mode and comes back on and I've already canceled the download, it's fine. And like with my PS4, it's almost never off. It's usually in just rest mode, but mine crashes and turns itself off. So I can't do that, and it's super annoying. And then also, like I said, I don't like the music, and the UI is just fine. I think that it leaves a lot to be desired.
Way better than the PS4 UI.
I like the PS4 UI.
Do you think they'll probably add in some of those features though, like themes
I'm
and
hoping
like
so.
changing the music and everything? Like I feel like
I need a Makoto theme again.
They didn't have themes on PS4 for a while. Like you could change the color.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't even do that on PS5.
Gray's a perfectly fine color.
It's so boring. You forget my whole room is like
Pink.
Yes. Yeah, what of it?
I like the new app. I think
I do like the new app.
Is a massive improvement.
Yeah, I got to look at it on your phone for a second. It looks cool.
Way to catch up to 2014, Sony.
Yes, it does look. I think it does look dated, but I think it looks better than before.
Yeah, well, all the stuff is in one spot, one-ish.
I mean, it's got to be better than the
and you don't have
Switch
to
app.
log into the store every time, which was annoying. I actually sent them feedback once. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna like revamp the app for PS5. What do you want?" And I was like, "Can I please not have to sign into the store when I'm already signed into the app?"
Yeah,
I don't remember my password. That's why I've got Face ID.
The PS4 app, you had to have one app for messages, one app for the store, one app for like second screen or companion.
Yeah,
like
there's like
it was terrible.
Yeah, just
like this is a
it was
new
just a
Ultima.
bad experience.
Yeah, and I did like for the most part I'd only use the store, but sometimes I'd get a message and be like, I'm not getting on my PlayStation for this. Like,
At
see
least
what's
you
up.
don't have to get on the app for voice chat.
That is true.
Because that's an issue. But what do y'all think about the controller altogether? Like, we talked about it a little bit, but
I think it's probably the best
I love it.
Sony controller.
I agree.
So far.
I
looking
liked the 4
forward.
controller a lot,
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I like this one a lot more.
Yeah.
My thing is, those adaptive triggers are going to be the
They're
first thing to go.
so
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
They're not going to last.
They're going to be
I don't
the
think.
first thing that breaks.
But I think it is a cool
It
idea.
does feel like it. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it. I think it's one of those things that further down the generation they'll get better. And you know, I'm going to switch mine out for colored ones as soon as I can. Like my PS4 controllers, I don't think I had any for more than a year until I got the 2 that I have right now. Because they were boring.
One of my PS4
Well, I
controllers.
wonder, like, if on the site, like, you've seen my Pro controller, how I put that skin thing on it. I wonder if they have things like that
They
because
do, but I
I'm
don't
sure
like
D-Brand
skins.
already has those.
I like it.
I don't
I
like
don't know.
skins for a lot of reasons, but also it like if I ever want to resell it, like I don't want to have to clean it up
Yeah.
because now that I don't work there, I can say I worked at GameStop for a long time,
We
and I
already
had to.
knew that.
Yeah, no, I know, but I had to clean up people's controllers like that, and I
Yeah,
don't want to do
that's
that to the
frustrating.
person working. And
But there's
they were always
nothing more
sticky.
satisfying than getting that pick in the side, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Dragging
Hand
that pick down the
cheese.
side.
Oh, yeah. I do that shit with my mouse, like, once a month
Yeah.
just to, like, keep it clean. And I could only imagine, like, if you never did that, like, if you never cleaned your
You should have
mouse,
seen
how
some of the-
fucking
You
nasty
should have
it
seen
would
some of
be.
the controllers I had to deal with. Sometimes I would just move it to defective because I wasn't going to clean it.
Yeah.
The other thing with skins, though, is that the PS5 controller is textured.
That's
Yes.
true. Yes.
We looked at.
We actually got out of Jeweler's Loop and looked at it.
I just
earlier
looked at
today.
the internet.
Oh man,
Whoa.
it's so much cooler to do like there
No,
though.
sure.
It looks so
like,
cool.
Because online, like they've got the jeweler's thing, so I've basically, and the headset's the same
But,
way. The
but
headset
I
has
have
it
a
too.
Jeweler's Loop.
Why? Never mind. Don't answer. That.
Legally, he cannot answer that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it I like that like small little like detail a lot
And
because
the haptic feedback is so good. It's as good as the Switch.
yeah,
It's pretty good, yeah.
I just love haptic feedback. Oh, that's why. Because in Bug Snacks, when you run, like you feel it. Because I was gonna stream.
You should get that vest.
Huh?
That vest, that haptic feedback vest.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. What?
That sounds like I can't
I was about to
afford
say,
it.
that sounds like anxiety also.
Yeah.
It's for like VR shooters.
Oh, yeah,
every time you get shot,
no.
it pegs you one in the chest.
That's how you get PTSD.
For the hardcore COD gamers out there.
You learn fast.
Speaking of, I was watching a review of the adaptive triggers, and it talked about Call of Duty, and they work in that. So like a sniper rifle will have a longer trigger pull or something like that.
I think that's cool.
I think it lives up to the hype.
They do it on the aim trigger as well. So like pulling up an RPG is harder than pulling up a pistol.
That makes sense.
And they were doing the review, and they were like, "Yeah, it feels really cool, but it's completely pointless, and it's going to make your game worse. Like, you're going to be worse at Call of Duty."
They'll probably turn it, like... Can you turn it off?
I'm sure you can.
I was about to say, like, people who are, like, really competitive in it will probably just turn it off. So
they've already got a
faster
scuff.
And stuff.
They've already got a scuff for this.
Do they really get scuffs
sure they do.
for PS5 controllers already?
Because the Scuff PS4 controllers were bad.
Fair.
Were they?
Oh yeah, we got, like, when we'd sell them, we'd get a return within a week. Mostly because people didn't know how to update their firmware on the controller, but like whatever, it wasn't my job to explain that to them.
Scuffed.
Wow.
Got them.
So
60 frames a second looks really good. Like, I know that PC gamers have had that forever.
PC for years.
Yeah, I haven't really, but like Valhalla, I played it on PS4 for a couple days because it came out on Tuesday. The PlayStation came out on Thursday. And going, like, it's a noticeable difference.
I don't even think my TV has a 60 hertz refresh rate. So.
60 hertz? Oh, well, yeah, actually, TVs are different than
I just know that I've got my 4K
Yeah,
60 frames a second. It's probably not like full 60 that I'm seeing, but it looks really good.
Yeah, it's because I'm pretty big on the human eye can't really see all that anyways.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
You'll notice the difference between 30 and 60, and you'll notice the difference between 60 and something else. Like
144?
My monitor upstairs runs at 144.
Mine does too at home.
Overwatch at like 120 frames per second is a completely different game. But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
either.
it's one of those, like, I noticed the difference, but I could live without it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, my TV is from Walmart several years ago.
My TVs are both HDR, 4K, all that.
Yeah, mine does not have HDR.
I don't even use a television anymore. I just do everything on my PC. Like if I want to play Switch or anything, like just straight.
I lay in bed and play my PS5.
I think my TV it'll do 60 hertz. That might be the cap.
I don't know if I want to upgrade my second monitor at all, because I upgraded my first recently, and I don't know if I showed it to you.
Have you seen
but
my
I
PC lately?
Have I seen what?
My PC lately?
Probably the last time I was here.
You should go check it out. It's changed.
Okay, I'll go
right
now.
I want to see
Oh,
it
no, wait,
too.
that's right. Yeah, you were telling me that you upgraded
I've been in
a bit.
the office and you didn't show me anything.
It's changed like this week.
Well, wait, you haven't seen mine since I upgraded it, actually, because you don't come inside of my house ever.
You guys have seen mine, and it hasn't changed the whole time I've had it.
No, I can do it soon, though. I got all the time in the world now. But
we'll probably cut this part. Anyway.
But I upgraded my primary monitor to a curved 144 hertz monitor, and it's so nice. But I know I don't need it for my second monitor, but I kind of want it to look uniform, to have like the same one.
Get 3 curved monitors and have a 180 degree field of view.
I don't need that. Nor do I want that. I think that would be scary for me.
That'd be awesome.
Someone at my new job, because we sell monitor arms, and they said, hey, just so you know, supposedly it supports up to 17 pounds. My monitor is 16 pounds and it fell and broke. It's like, whoa, hold on. First off,
sick. I
don't know what you want me to do. And they said it wasn't my company's fault. They were like, no, like, I think I messed something up. It didn't click, but it fell and broke, and you should know that. And it's like, well, what benefit do I have knowing? But it was a curved monitor, and it broke right in the center, and so the right side just doesn't work. It hurt. It hurt to look at.
Yeah.
And so I empathized with them, but I was like, dang, that sucks. And that was it. Then they
I'm
they
so
left the
interested
chat,
in one of those desks. Now,
me too.
Norm sent me the site and everything, and he was saying that y'all were not hiring or anything, like you were telling me to, and he was like, maybe you can apply for a different position. I was looking at all the other ones, and I was like,
yeah,
now, these are like high up positions that I do not qualify for. But I was looking at the really desks, and I was like, they look nice.
Supposedly, I get to borrow one, but I've messaged the guy twice about it. He's like, yeah, I'll get to that.
One day. I mean, it's a whole desk.
Where in your apartment are you going to put that?
I have a plan.
I think you do.
I think I'm going to get rid of my dining room table because I'm using that as my desk right now. So I have that dining room table so that when my family comes for Thanksgiving, we can use it. We didn't use it for Thanksgiving. We sat at the table, my coffee table in front of my TV.
Nice. Yeah, I'll take one.
And we watched Forged in Fire. So
it's a great show.
I still want to watch the new one that they have.
I have been watching most of it because you guys were too slow.
What do you mean? We talked about it like 2 days ago.
Bailey can attest, but my life has been extremely stressful for the last 3 weeks.
I withdrew from those classes.
That doesn't sound like my problem, though. So
I'm perfectly fine with saying I withdrew from those classes because
go to your MySpace
they're
and
ridiculous.
Mess up your HTML.
I wasn't. That's not how it works.
I was not old enough to have MySpace.
Oh no!
Yes, you were.
No, by the time I was 13, it was like 2 years dead.
Oh my god, we're not that much older than you.
Anyway,
well, I'm still young and full of life and didn't have a MySpace, and I think that's why.
I had an MTVmade.com.
I did not.
So
I don't know what that is.
You didn't have a band that wanted to make it in middle school?
I did, but
we
did all of our shit on MySpace.
We see how that paid off.
Oh,
well, it's actually pretty big for music now. Apparently,
it's gone.
No, MySpace is still there.
No, it was big for music for a little bit, but they deleted it from the internet. It's gone. You had to go on and download all of your stuff if you wanted.
There's no way.
That happened recently.
It is 100% gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Shout out to the guy who made MySpace, though.
Tom?
Yeah, because he sold, and he hasn't done anything since because he's fine.
I wouldn't have done anything since.
Yeah. They bought it for so much, and then he dipped, and he was like, well, that's all I needed to do.
Software shit.
Anyway.
You make one big thing, and then you're set.
That's the dream.
Yeah. I mean, go for it.
So what do you think
PlayStation?
I was going to say, what do you think of you played a couple of games.
I've played a few games, yeah.
But so this all started, this conversation, because I was going to say my TV isn't up to snuff for the PlayStation, but what did you think of the games?
I still think it looks super fluid.
I did not get to that second part of that sentence.
You guys should see it on my TV. It looks really good.
I'm thinking about moving my nice TV from the office down here, but it's 5 inches smaller.
So 5 inches.
You know, Black Friday just happened.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have Cyber Monday going on for like the next month.
Yeah,
still broke.
And I work at an online retailer, and they keep changing the deals for the extended Cyber Monday, and it's like, I don't want to talk to people about, hey, I missed this deal, can I have it now? It's like, you asked that the last 3 times. The answer is still yes, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but what do you guys think of I think we've talked about this already, but now seeing it in person, what do you think of the design of the actual console?
It grew on me.
I cannot.
I think it's what the PS4 should have looked like.
Look at my router.
God.
And look at the PlayStation. And tell me the PlayStation is not ostentatious compared to my router.
What I'm saying is it grew on me, and maybe it's because I knew I was going to buy it anyway.
Do you like
I have
Yu-Gi-Oh?
to love it. No.
Because it looks like Seto Kaiba.
I know.
It really does.
I know.
I cannot get that image out of my head. It looks just like his jacket.
Also, I don't have to look at it because it's under my desk.
Mine's
he has it behind the TV too, which is fine.
And the one with the disc is even worse.
I don't think the design of the console means much.
Real quick though,
to most people,
the one with the disc, when you put in the disc,
It's backwards.
It's backwards.
Yeah.
And it drives me up
Wait,
a wall.
what?
I left...
The readable part of the disc
is on the other side?
Faces away from the console.
Oh, that's fucking dumb.
Right?
Because the curve that goes out, the reader's on the outside. So you have to put it... But when you set it flat, that's upside down. Because I put...
Wait, no. If you set it flat, that's right side up.
The disc goes upside down.
No, because
wait, it would be normal.
The disc thing goes on the bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, I have mine upright, so I don't know. I'd never even tried it.
No. It's right side up if it's sideways, but no one puts it sideways.
Then why?
Yeah, if you put it sideways, it should be normal.
Because okay.
All right, well, fine. That makes sense.
I might have to do that because I can't live like this. But
I went to put in a disc and it showed me a picture on the TV and I was like, "Are you
sure?" I put in
the
disc because when I was setting up, it was like, "Hey, while you're setting up, do you want to install a game?" And I was like, "Please put Assassin's Creed in my PS5."
Both of them.
And
put
so
both of them on there.
I put it in, and it kind of lagged for a second, and it was like, "All right," and I was like, "Cool." So I'm gonna go run some errands. By the time I get back, this thing's gonna be installed.
Oh no!
And then I went to play it, and it was like, yo, this isn't a disc.
Well,
Like,
it's
this is
like
not a
other
thing.
consoles, you assume that the disc reader is going to be reading from the thicker side, I guess, right?
Yeah,
it makes sense, but there wasn't even it's wrong. And
but I guess if you flip it on its side, like that does make sense.
I don't like it.
Do you think that's what they like?
I mean,
that's
yeah,
why
that
they
has
designed
to
it
be
that
what
way?
it was.
That's so weird.
But like, yeah, looking at it upright,
they advertise it upright.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
Yeah, the disc has to. It's just wrong, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
And I do it every single time I move because if I switch from Tsushima to Assassin's Creed, because that's pretty much all I'm playing on it right now.
Digital.
I have the collector's edition of
you've
both,
changed.
and
I have.
The collector's edition of Tsushima is. I think I talked about it on the last episode, but it's my favorite collector's edition I've ever gotten, and I'll stand by that. I'm glad I got the physical edition.
I've seen that mask. It's pretty sick. You
It's
should.
so
I haven't.
good.
You should sew some N95 on the inside of it and wear that to the store.
No, it's heavy.
Yeah, fine.
And do you think my little face could just walk around with that big mask? Also, I need my glasses. It doesn't work with my glasses. I cannot see.
Put some lenses.
Now we're talking.
Give me an hour. I can build something.
Okay, I need these glasses.
Give me an hour and an extra set of glasses.
You know how much these lenses cost?
I can't imagine. They're like more glass than a church window.
All right. You're right, but it still hurts.
One thing I liked about the PlayStation was that it came with a stand, which is neat.
It has to. You can't put it without it. You can't do it either way without the stand.
I mean, you could.
It'll fall over.
On the side?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But like,
wait, what?
The PS2 didn't come with a vertical stand.
No, what I'm saying is like the vertical and the horizontal. You have to have the stand.
It was just a brick.
Well, you could buy the vertical stand, but it didn't come with it. But this comes with it.
Well, yeah, and that's how last generation
I had
was.
the vertical stand.
Because I had to get a vertical stand. Well, I had a vertical stand for my original, and then my PS4 Pro was thick enough that I trusted it to be sideways.
What is the cost
of what?
Of a PlayStation 5?
Too much.
$500 for the disc version, $400 for the discless.
Okay, so the last time we talked about this, though,
we were guessing like $750.
Well, because that was the rumor going around. So
I think that's how
better.
much it costs to produce. So they're eating that money because you make up for it in hardware sales.
Yeah, I was about to say they're about to
sales and whatnot. Speaking of digital sales, did you see that Microsoft is? I don't know if it's like specific things or if you have to like opt into it, but a percentage of digital sales is going straight to GameStop to keep it alive.
That's cool.
Well, because they have a partnership.
But is it?
They've got a partnership with GameStop now.
Yeah, I think so.
So a bunch of the registers are going to change to Surface tablets, which that's an upgrade. That those computers are older than me. And
that's not saying much.
I know,
though,
but like that POS was like it's better than some. It was a POS. Like it's better than some retailers, but
not many.
And it was also
it might be better than Hobby Lobby.
Slow. It wasn't. It wasn't a blue screen that you just like tap. Because Walmart's even. Or I think they've upgraded recently, but like it's.
Keeping tabs on Walmart now.
Yeah,
they've upgraded. We're going to talk about the upgrades to Walmart.
Their UI on their POSs. No, I think the last time the POS was updated, it was 2015, because I was there.
I think.
And before that, it was pretty much the same.
They should just switch to
buttons.
a text-based terminal.
That's what I'm saying. POS. That would be a nightmare.
It'd be awful.
But no, they're switching to Surface tablets, which is really nice. And then part of the digital
Get
sales
bash on your
the GameStop, which I think is really interesting, and I think that's a really interesting way to try to keep the market like that alive.
No, it's ridiculous.
I like it.
And
I think it's good.
I made 225% on my GameStop investment because I bought a stock at $4.88 and I sold it at $16.23.
That's very good. I sold mine at like $9.
Yeah, I bought it right before they announced their partnership, so it actually skyrocketed, and I was like, "Oh, this was going to be a joke. I was going to lose this $4.88." But I actually made it almost 4 times.
Yeah.
So
but I think that's good though, because I mean, think about it. It's just more jobs for people, which is great.
Yeah.
Nightmare job.
I've never met anyone who has that job who likes it, but yeah.
But it's
a job. I loved
it
for 5 years. I was there for 6.
Not everybody has to love their job, though. It's just a way to make money,
If we've learned one thing from this pandemic, it's that the most essential people are apparently the least paid and respected people.
I don't know if I can say how much I was making without getting in trouble somehow, but
Did you sign an NDA?
No.
Then you can.
I was making $12.25 as the assistant manager.
That's not a lot for
a year
of a $1.7 million store. So, like,
that's not a lot.
No, it's not. It's nothing. And now I'm making.
That's what I was making at a pizza place before I was a shift lead, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the assistant manager of a $1.7 million store.
If you factored in my tips at that pizza place, that's what I was making as a part-time driver.
Well, so some of the part-time drivers were making.
We don't have to talk about Mr. Handsome over there, Mr. 6'5" and beautiful. You know who I'm talking about.
Don't talk about me like that. Stop it.
That was too much.
Sorry, that just caught me off guard when I thought about it. Sorry.
I'm so tall. My hands are giant.
Height.
So what'd you think of Miles Morales from what you played?
He was so short. No,
they do call him short a lot in that game.
I mean, he's
very lanky.
Pretty short
but I mean,
compared to other characters.
Because you use the Spider-Verse suit. He has much better proportions if you're not using
true.
that.
I use this because since I got the Ultimate Edition that came with the remaster of Spider-Man PS4. Of course, I'm using the Spider-Verse because I also didn't play long enough to unlock it because the game kept crashing. But
so anyway,
it was fun while it lasted.
I liked it. I thought it felt good.
I wish that you had gotten to play more of the story because it
I'll get
the
to
story's
it.
fun.
Yeah, it has a.
I'm sure I'll get to it.
I wouldn't say it's a different kind of story than like Spider-Verse, but I would say it carries close to an equal weight to that.
It's the Miles story, like through and through.
Yeah, 100%. So I like what they did with the Tinkerer in this game, which I'm not going to spoil.
Good, because again, I've only played like 4 hours.
So, but the main villain is the Tinkerer for most of the game, and I like what they did with the Tinkerer. So that was cool.
I'm excited to see a lot of where it goes because it's like I've played a few hours, and it was also pretty buggy. But
mine was butter smooth.
Mine did crash a few times. So I'm just waiting for a couple more updates.
I will say it is a 3-hour story though. So, like if you just play the story, it's a 3-hour story.
I think I thought it was closer to 20.
No.
Or 15 or something.
It's closer to 20 if you play all the side missions.
Jesus.
Because
that's Spider-Man. Insomniac is very, very small.
I was 100%ed the first playthrough, and I'm 30% through New Game Plus.
I just got excited. I thought about something.
What?
I don't want to change the subject yet. The game felt good.
And the triggers are really fun with it.
Yeah, I like the adaptive triggers with the webs.
I don't.
Did you feel it whipping?
Felt it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll pay attention more.
The triggers
next time.
are one of those things that sometimes you do have to think about.
I definitely, after he said something, I felt it.
Yeah, because it's one of those, like, I've gone back and used my PS4 controller, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
That's right. Because I think that the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, it's so natural. It's the natural evolution of the controller, I think. Mm-hmm. And so, going back to the PS4 controller,
think a needle into your spine.
Oh, dude, I want a GameCube controller exactly like that.
Natural evolution of the controller.
Maybe that's next. But for where we are,
people love controllers too much.
No. Have you seen Back to the Future 2?
No.
Yes.
Where he goes into the 80s diner. This is in the distant future of 2015. He goes into the 80s diner, and they have an old arcade game that's...
I remember that day. I was a senior in high school.
Yeah, Back to the Future Day. I was not. So
I think I was started working at Gumby's.
It's the game. I can't remember what it's called, but if you play Smash, Duck Hunt Side B.
Yeah.
It's those cowboys. It's the game that they're from. I can't remember what it's called.
Duck
it's
Hunt.
not. It's
Duck
not
Hunt Western.
They're from.
It's
Duck
not
Hunt.
Sunset Riders. It's a different Western game.
Well, those ones are from Duck Hunt.
I do want to
the
say
game Duck Hunt.
real quick. I appreciate that you laughed at my joke, but you shouldn't have.
Okay. So there was a spin-off of the actual Duck Hunt game that was an arcade game.
Okay.
That it was just them. It was like a showdown, high noon shootout.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's that game. You have the pistol. You shoot at the arcade cabinet. It's a cool game, right? Mm. And this came out in '86 when that was like the height of that. So anyway, 2015, he goes to the place. He sees the arcade game. He's like, I'm the best at this. He does it, and the kids are like, you have to hold something in your hand? That's stupid. It's like a grandma game. And they just leave.
I like how inclusive that is.
So anyway, that was the whole point of that story.
Kids say the darndest
The point
things.
of that story is I recently watched Back to the Future 2. So.
Oh, cool. Oh, no.
You guys will get a kick out of this.
Oh, God.
So we were visiting her sister.
Yeah.
And so I guess he's my nephew, right?
Will be.
He's my future nephew. He's 11. I think he's about 11. And we were all kind of hanging out, scattered various places. Someone had my Switch, and they were playing Spyro in the living room. And I came in, and I asked where that person was, and he was like, I don't know. She was playing some weird old Skylanders game, and then she left.
Oh, blasphemy.
Yeah.
Get out.
My immediate reaction
Wow.
was, first of all...
Like force choked him.
Yeah, I think that was a little before my time. I think I was a little too young to play those.
Spyro?
Yeah, just like I know. I'm sorry.
Like that.
I think it was like a year or two before I really got my hands on a controller when those were at the height of popularity. But that hurts me.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Some old Skylanders game.
Old Skylanders game.
This. I'm gonna bite my tongue. He's a child.
That is wrong, and I don't like that.
So yeah, that was, and then like I had to wake up the next day. I was like, really
how does he even know what Skylanders is? I feel like that's
because
are they still going?
No.
Well, some of it, but it only got discontinued 3 years ago.
GameStop. I blame GameStop.
I bless the gods
for keeping
when that
it alive.
And then when Disney Infinity, they were like, we're going to discontinue it. Like, we had a celebration in my store.
They were like, we're going to discontinue it, but before that, we're going to buy back all the figures from people.
No, at least not at my store. We got rid of all of them.
Oh, we did that.
It was awesome. It was only like another 3 months, and then we just got rid of them. It was awesome.
So do y'all want to talk about new games? There's a game that I really want to talk about.
Hawk pro skater.
No,
1
this is
plus
not
2.
new. Well,
Also-
technically, but no.
No,
I do
but
want
we
to
need
touch
talk
on
about it 'cause
Watch Dogs a little bit more, and then Valhalla.
The thing is, this episode is a tax write-off episode, and I need to mention everything that I've bought since the last episode.
There's too
I bought a
many.
lot.
Too many.
We could do rapid fire. Like, you do a quick review, I
Tony
do a
Hawk.
quick review.
It's pretty good. It's exactly like Tony Hawk. You remember Tony Hawk from before? It's like that.
Nice.
Watch Dogs Legion leaves a lot to be desired.
Fair.
I think that its main drawback is not having a main character. I think because Ubisoft is really good at going big, even with like Unity, like the map.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Even with Unity, the map was like, I mean, they're using Unity's recreation of the Notre Dame to rebuild the Notre Dame. Like, it's detailed and incredible.
Yes,
And
that's true.
it's big
but
scale in like those kinds of ways.
from a certain point of view, like they're using a 3D model that someone made that like.
But it was all of Paris. Like, they were so meticulous with all of Paris like
But
that.
the rest of Paris is still there. Okay, no, it's fine. Continue what you're saying.
But what Ubisoft does is they go big like that, and they change certain things.
My favorite thing that they changed was taking out malaria from Far Cry.
That's a good one.
That was dope.
Anyway, so they went big with Legion, and they were trying something new, and no one can fault them for that. The problem is, it's
Here's the thing.
neat and it's
I
interesting in theory.
No,
But then you play
It's not
it.
even interesting in theory.
I
Like,
think it fits in the story. Okay?
it's just Super Mario Odyssey.
not even like.
You just throw your hat on someone and then you're them.
But not, I mean, because each person does have their own, like, literal strengths and weaknesses. But
Yes.
there are, like
Goombas can stack.
I mean,
And bullet
yeah.
bills can fly.
Well, like, the cops can go into the police stations. I forgot the word.
The
and
cop houses.
I almost said that. The Albion guards can go into anywhere practically. Construction workers can go into construction. Like, it's interesting.
But I feel like
there's
cops
stuff
could
like
also
that.
go into construction sites.
Well, they know that you're not supposed to be there, so they get suspicious of you faster.
You're a
Like,
cop.
it's interesting, but I think it's only, like, the novelty of it wears off within, I would say, a couple of hours. And I've put, like, 30 hours into it. And a lot of the experience that I've had is kind of, like, make my own experience. Like, I found someone that looks like me, and I was like, self-insert, here we go. But that's not really, like, what I paid for.
So let's talk about Valhalla.
I think it's fine.
More interested in this.
I think
so
that it's good.
I've seen gameplay. I've
I'm-
watched Matt play, so.
I'm really into Norse mythology.
That makes sense. That, yeah.
Why? Why you say it
From
like that?
the everything about me.
Yeah. It's
Fair.
again, this is an audio medium, but I did just motion to him.
I really like Norse mythology. I thought it was very neat, and also it just wasn't Odyssey.
It's not Odyssey.
It's like I've seen snow before.
Yeah. How far have you gotten? Or how much
I
time have
can't
you
tell.
put
It's
into
all
it?
in snow.
This is just God of War Assassin's Creed edition.
Because once you leave Norway,
I haven't left Norway.
okay, you're still in the tutorial essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Shit.
It's like
Is it a big
The
game?
thing is,
Catalonia.
I played that first. That was the first thing I did with my PS5, and then I was like, I should check out Miles Morales.
That's exactly what I did.
And man, Miles Morales just took over.
Well, and then I
Like,
went back to Ghost of Tsushima, and I didn't play anything else for a week. Because Ghost of Tsushima 4K, 60 frames a second.
That sounds beautiful.
It's
I've been watching
one
my
of the prettiest
roommate
games
play,
ever.
and he's like, we can play multiplayer. It's like, I don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah.
Me
It's
and
like,
Dev played.
well, you can watch me play. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down.
Yeah, me and one of my best friends played. The multiplayer is really fun, and I don't like multiplayer.
what is the multiplayer?
So you pick a class.
Is there verses? Is it verses?
No. It's like co-op.
There will be eventually.
Can Bailey and I fight? Is what I'm getting at.
No.
You don't want
also,
to.
Do you want to fight me in real life?
And also, well, hey,
that's what this come down to.
I know you do have
Just because
boxing
I
gloves.
beat you in Kung Fu Panda.
I do have 2 pairs of boxing gloves.
Do you remember that night Josh was like super adamant about like fighting me?
Yeah.
In general, he was like, I could beat Bailey's ass. I was like, Josh, I don't want to hit you. You're so small and cute. I'm not going to hit you. He's like, come on, fight me. I was like, no.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But yeah, Valhalla,
Shout out Josh.
it feels
Love Josh.
a lot
He watched my stream.
like... He likes a lot of my tweets, and I appreciate that about him.
Yeah, he was...
He doesn't do anything to me, and now I'm feeling left out.
You don't tweet or stream.
Yeah, he actually, when I was doing the Pokemon card polls, I bought a whole booster box, actually. It's like $140.
He's trying to get into the online stuff, right?
I think so, maybe, but he was one of my viewers that like won. I did like this little giveaway thing, basically, where they could pick one of the cards that I pulled, and he won. So nice. I was like, you get whatever card I pulled. One of them you want.
Tell him he has to come here and pick it up.
Well, I told him the next time I see him, he can tell me which one he wants, and he can have it. So
here.
It can be here.
Anyway, so Valhalla feels a lot like Origins and Odyssey meets Brotherhood, I think. It feels... Because a lot of the complaints about Origins and Odyssey from hardcore fans of Assassin's Creed is it didn't feel like Assassin's Creed. I think this one's
a good thing.
I think that was a good thing, because the formula was getting tired. But it did feel like...
I don't want to spend time outside the Animus, except for when I was playing Odyssey, and I Googled how to go outside the Animus just to see what was up, and it turns out you can't.
Yeah. And one of the few issues I had with Odyssey, which you find out kind of early on in Valhalla, is part of the story is behind a paywall. Like, it's...
Atlantis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Atlantis storyline is important to the main outside story.
Luckily,
here's the thing.
I got it on an Epic sale.
Nobody
for $15.
Cares. I got the collector's edition day one.
That's still kind of fucked.
That's one of the few complaints I actually have about it. But at the same time, who cares about the modern day stuff?
So I can't speak to Valhalla, but
I'm sorry. Have you gone into the real world in Valhalla yet?
No.
Because there's some very exciting things that happen.
I picked my gender. Was that in the real world? Or that was a voiceover.
It was a voiceover.
You do that in the real world, too.
But I recognized that voice right away, and I was super excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I can't speak to Valhalla, but as far as Odyssey putting story behind a paywall, I still put in 200 hours with the base game.
Yes.
So
what is the estimated time for Valhalla? Do y'all know?
I think it's 80 hours for the main.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
It's really good. And I mean that's what you get Assassin's Creed for. And some people are like, it's too long. And it's like, okay, I put in 60 hours into Brotherhood easy.
Yeah.
What
I spent an hour and a half trying to find a particular lion in Odyssey so that I could have it as a pet.
Yeah, I did that. I just stumbled upon it and I was like, oh, yes.
Yes, I did that, but then I started climbing a mountain and it randomly decided to die. So I had to go back. So there's a glitch in Odyssey. There's a power-up where you can tame animals. And then
you have to upgrade it so many times. Yeah,
they follow you and they fight with you and they become your best friends. Anyway.
You can't pet them, though.
Pokemon.
If you're climbing and there's weird geometry that you kind of climb and they start climbing with you and slip a little bit and touch something,
and then
they'll fall damage,
I never had
die
that issue,
completely.
But also,
that's happened to me so many times.
PC and console Ubisoft games are built completely differently too.
They just built different.
About that.
They are. One of my friends actually works with Ubisoft to port them over to PC more efficiently.
They should build on PC and port them over to console.
Here's the thing: they don't, because the games.
Yes, I understand the market is
broader. Yes.
Yes,
on
I get
console.
that. From a financial perspective, it doesn't make any sense. But here's the thing: I don't care.
Well, and that's what they're working on, is to branch out and to get the launches better. They flew him out to Sweden, and I was like, "You didn't." I mean, I didn't know him at the point, but I was like,
"You met
PewDiePie."
Or
they flew
He's
him
one
out
of
to
the
the Swedish.
Swedes.
Yeah.
Well, he lives in UK now, so.
Oh.
Yeah. No, but that's a really cool thing. But they're working on it to get it to PC. But they're built with different systems, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna buy Assassin's Creed on console from now on. I played it with a controller anyway.
Yeah, but okay. So anyway, part of the story, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody because it's very exciting. But
you're gonna.
No, I'm gonna power through. I'm not gonna. But once you get to the real life stuff, text me immediately.
Okay. It'll be after I platinum Miles Morales.
That's fair.
Which I'm very close to.
Perfect. That's all I need. I'll forget also, so you're gonna have to remind me.
You told me to text you. What?
About what? I tell you to text me about a lot of things. No, but so it does feel more like a classic Assassin's Creed meets Origins and Odyssey. I don't love the combination. And I think that England is an okay landscape for it. And that's coming from someone who loves England. But I don't know. I don't love it as much as Odyssey, but I'm not really into the mythology as much. And also, like, it just doesn't play the same. I'm very into the
mythology, but it's not catching me the way God of War did.
And there's I told you I didn't really get into God of War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's super good. You wouldn't like it because it's hard and you don't do that well. But... Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, just call you out like that.
Wow! I beat the first 2 bosses.
It gets different.
It's built different.
Even I haven't, I still have Valkyries to fight, and it's been so long that I know I can't go back now, but I need to.
Anyway,
I haven't played Demon Souls for that same reason.
I was in the middle of a thought.
I want to play it so bad.
Something about text me.
Yeah, after
you were saying
I couldn't get in the mythology.
Yeah.
What do you not like about Norse mythology?
It's not that I don't like the mythology. It's just that I'm not into it as much as as Greek mythology. But one thing I don't like is the protagonist of Odyssey had a lot of personality.
Yes.
And the
as long as
protagonist,
you went with Cassandra.
Yes. She has a lot of personality and she's very fun. And then there was a lot of choices to make. And in Valhalla, there are choices to make, but they don't affect your personality at all. It's just like...
The voice actress for that,
I also don't...
She's terrible.
I don't like her.
Okay, I don't want to say terrible, because I don't know how hard it is to be a voice actress.
And it also makes sense for the character, because right off, at the beginning of the game, the character is bit in the neck by a wolf, and so they're called the Wolf Kiss the rest of the game.
Yeah, but
so it
we
makes
all
sense.
Got stuff to deal with.
It makes sense that her voice is gruff, is what I'm saying.
No, gruff is fine. What I need is tonality, range, emotion.
It's very flat.
Something.
And that kind of pulls me out of it a little bit too. I want to switch to the guy, but I know I've got it set to where it switches automatically. So far, I have not. It hasn't switched at all, and I want to hear his voice because I liked it in the trailers, and I think I would like to stick with him. But if it's important to the story, even just a hint, I would rather do it the way the game intends. But it isn't as, it feels more polished than Odyssey, but I think a lot of the charm of Odyssey was that it was
speaking to it feeling more polished,
it's prettier and it feels more serious.
I'm gonna say
this. You can't have sex with everybody you meet, and what's the point, Because that was...
Why would I even play?
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Because in Odyssey, you could romance anything that moved practically. But in... I don't know the emotion... Okay, I don't know the emotions of the main character. And it's okay, where... am I forming this alliance for more than...
It's because they gave you a stabby stick for your wrist.
Well, not just more than sex, but
They gave you a stabby.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you like that. So, good guys.
We got the hidden blade back. No, but
the internet threw enough of a fit.
Yeah, the relationships in the game, not even just physical. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about anybody because not everybody, but a couple story beats happen and I'm oh, I'm supposed to feel a certain way about this. I don't.
Yeah.
Because in Odyssey, I feel you you could play it the way you felt.
Ooh. There's one thing that happens in Odyssey that I knew it was going to happen. I knew from the beginning when they introduced this child character exactly what was going to happen to it.
Yeah.
And still, when I got to that point...
And it still hurt.
Yeah.
I accidentally read it on... So I get the collector's guides, and I was using it. And I accidentally skipped too far ahead, and I was like, oh, maybe I just stopped playing so this doesn't happen.
Anyway, the thing I was going to say...
also,
Valhalla,
the game's been out for like 3 years now. I think it's okay to...
No, because Bailey hasn't played it, and he might one day. Who knows?
Okay, well...
No, I won't.
Anyway. The thing I was going to say... so, I have done a very, very little bit of game design. Not none.
Not none.
But not a lot.
Not tons more than me, who has done none.
Yes, exactly. That said, there's an illusion that I got from Odyssey, which I know is an illusion, of the map being solid. Like, when I see a mountain, it looks like it's a mountain.
On the map? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like, in the water, I know... that it goes so far down, and then it's nothing. It's a grid, and then it's nothing. But it doesn't feel that way. But in Valhalla, I have glitched under the geometry so often that it no longer has an illusion of being solid.
It's got a lot of repeating patterns that you can see when you use it's called Odin sight. The eagle vision in this one's called Odin sight. When you use
because
that,
Odin had ravens. That would...
Great.
If you had played God of War, you would have hunted Odin's ravens. Anyway,
it's one of those like, oh, okay. It kind of breaks it a little bit, and I feel like and I think it's just like tiny UI choices because the glowing kind of stays for a second, so you can because in Odyssey it just like there's a line that glows, so you can't see the repeating patterns.
Yeah.
In Valhalla, it's one of those like the water is gorgeous. Like Ubisoft does water well. It's
fair.
Yeah, they do water well.
Fair. They have good water.
And they always have.
As soon as I went to climb a mountain and the camera glitched behind it, I was like, oh, none of this is real. Sick. And that kind of stuck with me while I was
see what you're
playing
saying. Yeah. I like it a lot. I want to make that clear, but I don't think it's going to make my top 10 list.
It's not better than Odyssey, I don't think. But
it doesn't have the charm of Odyssey, I think.
But the original games were kind of the same way, where 1 was pretty good, and then 2 was like, oh man.
And then Brotherhood.
Well, I liked Brotherhood and Revelation, but...
I love Brotherhood.
Then 3 came out, and you were like, eh.
3 came out, and it's like, oh, right, this is what we signed up for, technically. I liked 3, but I also was really into that historical period. And then
I liked 3, but only because of the trailer where they synced the battle with the music that was playing in the trailer, and it was really good.
Unity, I think, was okay. Syndicate, I really enjoyed because it felt
Syndicate was garbage.
It felt very alive to me.
Garbage.
It felt very alive. I really enjoyed it. I've played through it 2
But it was
times.
alive, hot garbage.
That's England, baby.
Okay, anyway, next thing. Astro's Playroom.
I 100% of that bad boy.
I played a level. It's fine.
I think it's a great introduction. I think it's great for a free game.
And for a free game, it's awesome.
I think it's a fantastic introduction to the controller and the system. And it's also, I saw a Kotaku article that was like, it's great PlayStation propaganda.
Yeah.
Which you haven't even gotten all the collectibles, so you don't even know. But it's a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, I've gotten every model of every PlayStation. And then, like, all the puzzle pieces that turns into a timeline that's really cute. Yeah, it's a great introduction to the PlayStation. And it's also got a lot of fun references in it, which are fun to notice and go, oh, that's Cat from Gravity Rush. And nothing else.
Anyway, what'd you think? You played a second.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. it just felt like tutorial to PlayStation to me. So,
That's kind of what it is. So
yeah. It was fine. I like it for what it was. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh, how could we forget about the main game we played tonight? That being Kung Fu Panda Showdown of something.
What
Before we
else have
get
I
into
played?
that, can we get into a new game that I'm very hyped about? That's not
what
out
is it?
yet?
Cyberpunk,
No. But also
which
that.
also has been delayed since the last time we spoke.
Because, do you see the Run the Jewels did the music video for that?
For which one?
For Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I saw
They
that
like
one.
did
I didn't see
that's
that
super
yet.
cool.
Yeah.
But
Killer Mike favorited my tweet one time.
yeah, I know. No, he liked one of your Instagram posts. I
No,
thought.
that was Big Baby from
Come
Wild
on,
Now.
keep up.
Okay. Anyways, Final Fantasy 16.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
So I finally got around to watching that trailer. And the only thing I could think the whole time was, yeah, that's Final Fantasy.
No.
That's some more
I
Final Fantasy.
downloaded Final Fantasy 15 Royal because it's part of the PlayStation collection. So one thing I do like about PS5 is
They're finally catching up to what Xbox did 3 years ago.
yes, but well, no, because you get like if you.
Okay.
As I was saying, I think the PlayStation collection is really neat.
Is that where we
That's
were?
where
Final
I was-
Fantasy 16.
Yeah, because I downloaded Final Fantasy 15 Royal.
So the
with the
batteries died in the
collection.
recorder.
It's been at
And
least
wouldn't
an
you know
hour.
it, that's when the ghost decided to start doing stuff.
It was crazy.
But we're
And
back.
we didn't have any other technology, so that's really a
like
shame.
phones or
Nothing.
anything.
It was just that.
Wax cylinders.
Anyway, I had to delete it because it was 115 gigs, and I have limited real estate. But Final Fantasy
Jeez.
16.
It looks so cool.
Looks like a Final Fantasy
That's not true. So, they got the action director from Devil May Cry to work on this game. They brought him from Capcom over, which, like, if you've played Devil May Cry games, that's, like, what it's all about, is, like, the action, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but to be fair,
Okay,
I'm
well,
not
no,
fond of the
just-
action in Devil May Cry games.
Don't want to hear it. It's in this, like, the trailer, they show a lot of gameplay of, like, the action and stuff, like actual gameplay, which is fucking astonishing for this time, because
And that means it's going to be close to finishing, too, right? Like, actually
not with
seeing-
Final Fantasy.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they said it was 2021, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I
so
mean,
in
they
10
also said
years, we'll look
Cyberpunk
back
was
on
gonna
that
be
and laugh.
2015, so...
Well, yeah, we were waiting for Final Fantasy 15 for 10 years, so. Anyways,
Anyway.
it looks great though. Like, and all the
I'll
character
try it.
design is the same people who did the character design for Final Fantasy 14, which I'm very fond of because Final Fantasy 14 is the MMO that they did, and
I keep meaning to download that.
yeah, I played
Same.
a lot of that, so I'm very fond of the character designs for that. It's not like super traditional. It's not like
Why is
super
it loud
traditional
like that?
Final Fantasy looking, but it does have like its own character and personality. But the game itself just looks so good. Like, I don't know.
It's really hard to
I'm
concentrate
ready for
on
it.
what you're saying.
Animals
Marty.
are making so much noise.
Marty.
Yeah?
He's thirsty.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks
But yeah, that's what
It
I was
looks
excited
fine.
for the
I mean,
new
I'll
one.
try it. I liked 15 fine.
He's not done.
I liked 15 all right. I played
Yeah, it looks more.
at least 20 minutes of it. I didn't
Great.
I didn't do any bosses on that.
I know I would
Oh
like
my
it. It's one of those I
God.
know I'll like. I just haven't made the time. And
Yeah,
I downloaded it and immediately deleted it within a week because I knew I wasn't
Yeah.
going to touch it yet.
Well, I played it when it came out, and my roommate at the time played all the way through it, and I saw the end, and I was like, oh, that's what we're going to?
Hey, no.
It's just a big bunch of corridors.
I saw an
No.
analysis of that, but it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Yeah, it does matter. Though.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know what I was saying.
Also,
I can't
the
really
last
regurgitate
thing
it.
Square did, which I also want to talk about, is the Avengers game.
Or
I kind of saw some about that, but
it was bad.
It
I
was
didn't care
bad
for it.
and they
Well,
said
okay, it wasn't bad.
it was a financial disaster.
It was a financial disaster, and also
it was
wasn't
also bad.
good. But, like, I know everyone who's played it likes it enough, but they don't like it $60 worth. They like it, like, MMO, they'll pick it up in a year,
You
pay
could play
$20
Ultimate
for it.
Alliance and probably feel the same way.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I mean,
I'm just telling you what people told me.
I don't know. I lost some faith in Square, but also
Squeenix.
the games I liked the most from them were like Mirror's Edge. So,
Did you play Catalyst?
no.
Good.
Yeah. I played the first one and I was like, yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, Catalyst is bad.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I'll play it when it comes out. I mean, sure. It's, it's going to come out one day.
It looks good.
I'll try it. Are they going to do a
That's
VR
our
fishing
job, isn't
Maybe.
I played the VR fishing adventure.
Oh, I need to download that on my PS4.
I don't have it, but I want to get it. What's it called? Sea of Monsters? Big bunch of monsters.
are you
Just a
talking
whole
about?
lot of them.
There's monsters.
Oh, just
That's
a
the
whole lot
title.
of fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot else. We played Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
You know, after all of that, I'm going to look up what I've been playing, because that was a long wait. Because it was like an hour. The batteries were out.
Was it?
Yeah. And I was like,
That doesn't seem
I've
right.
been
But
falling
it
asleep.
is.
Yeah, I mean, we can wrap up soon, too.
Yeah, I mean, we've already recorded like 2 hours.
Oh,
Did you
that's
guys-
more than
So-
enough.
Did
yeah.
you guys play Genshin Impact?
No.
Yes.
Does that sound like something I would have played?
No.
Sounds like something I would have played.
I think that it's fine. I can't get any pulls, so I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a gotcha.
Because I'm fine with gotchas. I have a gotcha on my phone that I love, Dragalia Lost. But I didn't realize it was so
Nintendo
hard.
did it.
Yeah, Nintendo did do it. But the pulls are so, like, the currency to do the pulls, I didn't realize how difficult it would be, so I wasted it on weapons instead of one where you're almost guaranteed a character, so I'm just mad. And that's all I have to say about that.
No idea what you're talking about.
It's a
Gotcha
gotcha
games,
game.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Neat. I don't know. I saw the voice actors were doing something on TikTok or something. That whole sentence
The
just...
voice actors, I like the voice acting, okay.
The American voice actors.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ghost of Tsushima, 60 frames. Woo, pretty. It's
that's
still my game of the year, I
the
think.
wrap up for this. Oh, we haven't done Game of the Year. Maybe we can meet up and do that soon.
Well, there's still
It's going to be
Cyberpunk.
Tony Hawk.
Game of this year?
Yeah, not a lot came out.
Cyberpunk is coming out late enough to fall into Game of the Year next
so
year.
Oh,
if
okay.
Smash... When did Smash count for? Because you guys said it didn't
You've-
count for last time, so does it count for
It's
this
because it
time?
counted for the year before that.
It's already been a year
No.
Huh?
Since what?
since the last one.
Yeah.
Since the last game of the year? Yeah.
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 Dude, March has lasted so long. It's
Right?
crazy. It's actually December. Like, I can't get my head around that. Because it feels like
How is
maybe
everyone's April
August.
going?
Here's the thing. I don't remember April.
I don't remember really up until October.
I remember all of it.
I don't.
That's rough.
I fucked my hip up. I couldn't walk for 3 weeks.
It's because you weren't quarantining.
Yes, I was.
Anyway.
I went skateboarding with a single friend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot else. Oh, I played a little bit of Days Gone. Like a little bit.
I think I would like it since I got it for free.
Yeah, I got it for free too, and I was like, yeah, this is fine.
What
It's
else
like
did I
Sons of
play?
Anarchy, the game.
I like Bug Snacks. I picked up Odyssey again. It doesn't play any better on PS5.
No, neither does Tony Hawk, and that's weird because
It has to work on PS5. It doesn't have to have a PS5 upgrade releasing after
but
July.
the thing is, like, the issue that it had with PS4 was on multiplayer, the frame rate would drop, and it seems like processing power on its own would naturally fix that.
Another thing I like about PlayStation 5 is the internet limit is not 90.
Yeah.
That's all. Because I have 400 down now, since I'm paying for my own internet instead of just relying on my apartment's internet. Because my last place, by the time I left, like, I don't know what happened, but it was like 4 up and 6 down.
Yeah.
And I can't live like I'm a streamer. I literally can't. I can't live like that. Like, it wasn't enough to run YouTube when I was home alone, and I had 2 roommates. And then I finally got to having my own internet, and the internet here was nice too, especially when I had my PlayStation set up right next to the router when I was living here.
Yeah, I pay for 6.
Yeah, but it was still just 90 because that's the cap on the PS4, which is fine. But then I got it's not fine. It's just one of those, like, I have to live with it, so I might as well make peace with it.
I mean, 90's
decent.
Yeah, you could do a lot of stuff with that.
But like a Call of Duty update still takes 2 hours.
Yeah, 100%.
Which it took 36 hours on my old internet.
That was on its
don't
play
fastest
Call
speed.
of Duty.
I didn't.
So.
I keep meaning to, so
No,
I kept it updated.
I take that back. I play World War II still because that's the last one I liked.
I liked the campaign of Modern Warfare, and then I meant to get into Warframe, and not Warframe. That's a different game.
Warframe's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I like Warframe a little bit.
The whatever.
It sucks on Switch, but.
And then I like PS5.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Warface.
Warframe is the Space Ninjas.
Warface is Call of Duty.
No. Oh.
Okay.
But like, so with that 75 gig download for PS4 Assassin's Creed that I keep canceling, it downloads in 18 minutes.
That's
which
pretty
is
good.
actually insane.
Yeah. Except that you don't want it.
I don't want it. But hey, it's gonna be. It is one of those things that it's not as big a deal that I have
Maybe
to.
you should
if I
just
have to
download
delete
it
stuff,
and let it be there.
I did, and I ran out of space. And Cyberpunk comes out next week.
Fair.
I can't live like that.
I'm gonna have to get that.
I want the SSD upgrade, but it's gonna be like $200 for a gig or for a terabyte.
Yeah, it's already done.
But yeah, it's pretty nice how fast it is in that respect because the downloads are pretty, like, they're really fast, especially with my fast internet.
You have to go into the settings of Miles Morales and turn on the subway cutscenes for fast travel if you want them.
That's cute. I mean, yeah, it's fast. Like, even so, Odyssey, it still takes it, like, I would say at least 3 minutes to load into anywhere. But
that's
on
rough.
PS4, it was like 6 minutes.
Oh,
sometimes it could
PC,
be.
so.
Well, also I think I might be
So
I might be being dramatic. I think it's like a full minute, but that full minute when you've read every single tip is a long time.
Most of them don't apply anymore.
Yeah, and now it's only like 30 seconds, which is better. It's still one of those like And then the load speeds are pretty good in Valhalla because I mean, it's still probably, I think from cold to playing is like 48 seconds on Valhalla,
that's pretty good.
which is insane. But I like that. I know there was something else I was going to say, but I can't be bothered. I don't remember it.
It's all good. We've reached what feels like a natural conclusion to this episode.
I like my PS5. I wish it worked.
Do we have, what was that segment we used to do? AR points.
What does that
I
mean?
played What the Golf.
I watched him do it. It was a nightmare.
It's incredibly frustrating. That's all I'll say, especially when you're playing it on Apple TV.
Nikki.
Oh, I played Nikki the Home Alone golf ball. It's incredibly frustrating. It's like...
And you finished it.
I did finish it. It's
I
like...
played Need for Speed Payback.
Why?
It's not good because it's free. It's not good.
I
bought Nier Automata, or Automata, however you want to say it.
It's
Haven't
the
played it
other
yet.
way. Yeah, the second one.
It's wrong, but that's all I have. I don't know. I played a lot
All
because it's been like
I'll give you
4
4.
months.
Because one of those games sucks and the other one you haven't played.
Well, fair. But then there's like everything that came out for PS5 that I've played so far.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, just What the Golf and Nikki the Home Alone golf ball. 2 separate games, not related to each other.
And
at
a
all.
whole lot of Tony Hawk.
so much Tony Hawk. But the thing is, I'm good at that. So
3.
what about you, Bailey?
I played Super Smash Brothers Melee a whole lot lately.
You don't say.
Free
so out of
Melee
character.
because Nintendo is a fucking piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
and
we
I
didn't
will
even touch on
gladly
that.
say that. I'm pissed off about all that, but yeah, I
have
can
no
talk
idea what
about
you're
that
talking
on a
about.
different one. Yeah, we'll talk about it on a different one because I don't want to get into this right now.
TLDR, they're DMCAing a lot.
Oh, neat.
But yeah, I just been playing Melee and like Valorant and stuff, so nothing special.
One.
Yeah, that's fine.
One.
Does that mean I win?
I mean, there's
I
no
don't know.
winners.
Well,
There's
The
winners
thing
at
is-
the
The
end.
thing is, it's a running total, and J-Mac gave me a 10 one time.
He gave me a 10 too.
he gave me a job. So
Yeah, so that's about the same.
As a 10? I don't know.
I guess we'll go ahead and cut it here.
thanks for having me, guys. Oh, can I plug?
Yeah, do plugs.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm Ninja Squirrel, NJASQRL on everything, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I might get consistent one day on any of those.
I'm Tanner. Don't contact me.
Do not pursue me.
I'm Bailey at BasilBub on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Recently got into doing Pokemon card pulls on Twitch, but I don't do that too often because it's kind of expensive, but it is really fun, so I will try to do it like once a month maybe.
I'm still Tanner on Twitter, by the way. It's fine if you follow me. Also, I stream myself live coding a nightmare on Discord, but that's about it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I just play. They added watch parties. I think since the last time we recorded, or maybe I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I've been watching a lot of really crappy documentaries.
Nice.
I have so much fun with that on watch parties on stream. And Mom watches, but she can't do both at the same time because you have to have Prime up and the stream. So she just listens to me talk to air.
Nice.
And I think that's very sweet of her.
Very supportive mother.
Very.
Yes. She makes commentary like she knows what's going on. It's so sweet.
All right, well, bye.
That's all I have to say. Bye.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye.
That's the wrong podcast.
Wait, what's the one we say here? Later, nerds.
Later, nerds, yeah.
That's-
Whatever.
Like, we don't have to act like
That
we're low
died.
energy.